Larry, only 8 teams will end up with that fairy book finish of a state championship. This year, South Christian not one of them. After the game, Mark Taminga gathered his team together, told them he was very proud of them, had a post-game team prayer of thanks, and then he talked to us and said, boy, it was just a difficult way to finish the season. What do you say to your guys?
Hey, keep your heads up. You know, we had a great season, and they have to realize what we accomplished this year. And you know, I know it's going to be hard for a few days, but they'll realize that down the road, you know, what we accomplished this year. And you know, it's a great football team and great athletes.
West Michigan teams finished 1-2 at Ford Field today. Earlier today, Muskegon area teams, Muskegon Catholic and Muskegon, 2 teams rich in football tradition, came to Ford Field. Muskegon Catholic celebrates. Muskegon falls to the same team that beat them a year ago. Was anybody home in Muskegon? Between the Black Friday sales and the state finals at Ford Field, there was no shortage of events to enjoy. The Big Reds made their 4th trip to Ford Field in the last 10 years. This one a rematch from last year. And if you missed the first quarter, you missed a lot. Alex Malzone to Grant Perry, 14-7 Brother Rice. Muskegon answers. Thrower with his 2nd touchdown of the game, a 16-yard run. Game tied at 14. Second quarter, Malzone throws his 3rd touchdown of the half. Hooks up with Perry again, 21-14. 4th quarter, the Warriors pull away. Up 31-14. They run a fake field goal. Malzone rumbles 17 yards. He threw 4 touchdowns, rushed for another. Brother Rice repeats in Division II, handing Al Fracassa his 9th state title in his final year.
We won the championship, and it makes it a better life. I can be happier because we won. And there was no slouch. We won for real.
To get here and not win it, I mean, then it feel like we did it all for no reason, you know. And it don't feel good to get here 2 years in a row and then keep losing.
The story for Muskegon Catholic was much happier. Under first-year head coach Steve Zerwan, the Crusaders looked right at home at Ford Field. Alex Lewandowski, whose father played on MCC's 74 state title team, goes 71 yards on their first offensive play. 7-0 MCC. Up 7-6 in the second, Lewandowski punches it in from the 1. 14-6. That was the score at the half. 3rd quarter, Lewandowski again breaks this run for 66 yards, 21-6. They were never challenged after that. Next possession, Tony Scott's 21-yard touchdown run, up the lead to 28-6. Muskegon Catholic wins state title number 9. They beat Beale City 35-12.
It's something special. In my opinion, there's no other tradition like Catholic, and that's why we get kids coming back for generations, and to get a championship on the Catholic spout feels great.
Tradition, you just can't just make it overnight.
Yeah, somebody said, why don't you put a stripe on that helmet? We said, no, we kind of like it with the gold the way it is. So, yeah, we've just been doing things a certain way for a long time, and that plan's in place. And I guess my job more than anything is not to screw it up, rather than, you know, somebody talked about putting your own stamp on it. I mean, what stamp? I'm just trying to keep things rolling as best I can here, and you know, I think we did a nice job with that this year.
Should be some interesting dinner table conversations in Muskegon tomorrow. Father, sons, both state champions hit Muskegon Catholic Central. And Larry, one other quick note from that South Christian game. Olivia Vining, the kicker for Marine City, 7 for 7. Kicking extra points. She's the first girl ever to play in a state championship game, kick 7 extra points, and now she's a state champ. Live at Ford Field, Jack Doles, 24-hour News 8.
A great story as well. Thanks, Jack. 2 more West Michigan teams take the field tomorrow in Detroit. The 9-4 Falcons of West Catholic squaring off with unbeaten Menominee. That's the Division 5 title game at 4:30. And the 12-1 Ducks of Zeeland West taking on unbeaten DeWitt in the Division 3 championship game. That one at 7:30.